Is right there, my guy.
Brother.
How you
Oh,
been, man?
good, bro. How you?
I'm good, man. Appreciate you taking the time out to speak with me. It's a making plays combo. So really, we're just gonna be talking about all the plays that you was making before the pandemic, what you're doing now, what you plan on doing once things hopefully get back to normal. But always like to ask, how are you and your family doing? How the kids doing?
Kids are well. Kids are well. They at grandma's house right now.
You
So I,
said what?
I say the kids are well. They at grandma's house right now. Yeah.
Okay. You've been doing the homeschooling thing?
Yeah, we've been doing it here and there. We started earlier on during the pandemic, and then after we kind of fell off a little bit. But they coming down for the summer. I have them the entire summer, so we're gonna incorporate games and all this type of activity and just learning. Natural ways of learning in life.
Okay, okay. What type of homeschooling teacher is Ace Hood? Are you the strict teacher, or are you the lenient teacher that lets the kids get away with bathroom breaks and snacks?
Uh, I'm the like I'm the more focused teacher, I would say. I wouldn't say that I'm a lenient teacher. So
Okay.
I want my kids to be, focused, and I want them to be able to, so they can perform at a high level. But I am the type of laid back type, because I want it to be fun and I want it to be easy for them at the same time.
Nah, no doubt. That's a good approach, man. But you've been busy. Congrats on the wedding earlier this year. You know what I'm saying? Dropped that Big Fish earlier, the self-preservation EP. Then an incredible project today, that Mr. Hood, your 20th project. Congratulations. Got a clap to you, bro.
Sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. God is
What else did you have in the works before the pandemic started and everything started shutting down?
Well, I mean, musically, I had obviously the Mr. Hood project, but I also wanted to, at least put together my album, like an official album, uh, and I wanted to do some traveling outside of that. There were some plays that I wanted to do, like as far as, I wanted to go and network and go see some people, touch some radio stations, go shake some hands. I was really,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So I think coming off of my wedding and my honeymoon and then right into the pandemic situation was like, it was a little bit overwhelming in the beginning.
Mm.
So, because I was looking forward to, plans and everything. And then once everything started to shift, it was like, all right, cool. I got to kind of, flow with the times right now.
Right. How are you adjusting to everything?
Pretty good, bro. Pretty good.
Okay.
I think I'm just keeping my mind clean as possible, man. Taking in only certain type of information. I think keeping my mind healthy, staying fit. You know what I mean? Loving on the people that's around me. My family, spending time with myself. So for me, it's been challenging too. In some
Mm.
portions, but for sure it's been fulfilling, man. I think throughout this time to have space to just be dormant is important.
Nah, no doubt, man. So let's talk about that project you put out today. Nice piece of work. Now, was this something that you had in the works before the pandemic started, or did you start putting this together like once we started going into quarantine?
I had this put together before we entered quarantine. Yeah.
Okay, okay. How long did it take you to complete the project?
Man, honestly, it took me. It was a little bit all over the place, right? So it probably
Mm.
about. I maybe recorded for about not even to say a year in full. I would say it probably took me maybe a total of maybe 4 or 5 months to create the project. I think because
Okay.
some of the records are records that I pulled from the past and stuff that were gems that I just sat to the side and didn't technically know when I was going to release them. So I just felt like uh, it really represented where I was going and who I am now. So I'm like, certain ones I sat to the side. So the process was much longer. You know what I mean? Like,
Got you.
and it panned between 18 and 2019 and then up to 2020. So kind of jumped around a little bit.
No, I got you. That makes sense. So there's a few records that I actually wanted to ask you about that were like the standout records for me. The first record, We Ball, I'm always big on a big intro track. Like if you could grab my attention on the intro track, I'm probably locked in for the rest of the project. And I
Right.
thought it was very powerful because you speak on a lot of your journey and I want to say like your transition and stuff like that. What was the creative process behind that song?
Ooh, We Ball. I think it was inspired, from Fallen Soldiers. I think it was like a record. I don't know that I kind of wanted to honor the people, honor myself in one token, and honor the people that were a part of the journey, but not necessarily here to kind of benefit what's actually happening. We lost like
Mm,
fallen soldiers, just along the way, that people that contributed to my career. Um,
right.
For me, it was kind of like a tribute, man, for really, and it was my transitional point too. I think for me, for people to get to see me in a new light and to see me for another version of myself, a more fine-tuned version. So We Ball to me was a mixture of both. You know, I love the melodic feel in the beginning because
Yeah.
very true to who I am, and then still give you that same energy that you love, which is that drive. You know, so I just wanted to mix the worlds in. Really, you know, that was really my plan. So it was to introduce people to the transition and introduce people to who I am now and the person that I am. So that's what We
Okay.
Ball.
I definitely like that one. That was one of the standout songs. Guy asked you about that 12 o'clock with
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Jacquees. I put it on my New Music Friday as one of my picks. Nice and smooth, something for the ladies, man. I like how you flipped that Usher classic. How'd that song come about? Because you kind of sing it on there.
Yeah, feel me? Like I got my singing feel going on. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I love this pocket that I'm in, bro. Honestly, like it was a little bit scary, you know, just because I knew it would be new for people. I knew people haven't heard me in this way before. But I'm opening myself up as an artist, man, and I'm becoming more creative. You know, I'm expanding myself. So, you know, I was just very excited to hear myself in the way that I sounded on it. And I wanted to bring the Usher classic because I sing that. I feel like I sing that every other day. It's just, it was just, you know, I'm an 80s baby. So it was just
Yeah.
vibe with the drop top. And I wanted to make it my own, being that I'm from Florida. You know, this
Right.
works. You know what I mean? Like, so you got Sam Trades, you got 7/8, 7/4. So it's just like, that's an element of Florida that I wanted to bring in, of just like, picture that skyline, dark time, you with your shorty, you know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
And like, you really on a really intimate, but still like on some, on some fly, but a little bit of gangster shit, a little bit, and like,
Yeah.
it's on, you feel like the boy, you know what I mean? So, it was a very fun record, bro, creating that, and I thought of Jacquees immediately because he got that feel, he's the new,
Yeah.
that energy, you know what I'm saying? And I love the records that, all the records that he put out, that is one of my favorite records. So I'm like, I gotta work with Dog. So it was
Yeah.
get me back on FaceTime, like, boy. I was like, yeah, bro. Like, I'm gonna come proper every time I step. So yeah.
Nah, I definitely rock with it. I like the fact that you came out singing first. You didn't put Jacquees on the beginning, have him sing first and set it up. I peeped that.
Yeah, that was my plan. I wanted people to catch that. I wanted to bring him in like later, and it really took time with the record in terms of just like how I wanted to structure it.
Yeah.
Had him a little bit early. I had his ad libs and stuff, but I wanted him to be introduced in a very subtle way.
Right.
Here in the second hook, you would hear little ad libs of him, like, okay, I hear him coming through.
Right.
Through Wetfield or something. I don't know. I'm singing with my dog. That side of us, like, we can be hard and, you know what I mean, but still, you know what I mean, like, show that softer side of us, man, that more fly, that more sexier side. So
Yeah, nah, no doubt, man. And then the third one that I wanted to ask you about was Facts. That song goes hard. I love the track, whoever did the beat on there. And again, you talking about some real things. You know what I'm saying? What was the creative process behind that song?
just truth, man. It's really just how I was feeling at the moment, man. I just felt like, people do a lot of things that's like, a lot of things that's just outside of the box, or just outside of just why they need to be doing stuff. People just do stuff extra, and I wanted to be honest about it. I feel like these are the things that I've experienced, and I'm like, this is a fact. People talk behind your back, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
there's hatred. People don't really like when you win, you know what I'm saying? But you got to keep, developing and keep growing regardless, because that's the win for you at the end of the day, So Facts was just me being real, like, man, that's a fact. Like, and it's a part of my everyday lingo. Me and my wife,
Yeah.
but it's just like, you say some shit, it's a fact. I can't lie about it. It's a fact. Like,
Nah, that was a dope song too, man. Like I said, it's a solid project. Those are the three I actually wanted to ask you about. But yo, I was thinking about something that you said like way early in your career, especially with this pandemic going on. A lot of artists are hurting without that show money, and some of it has to do with. Hear me?
your
Oh,
sound.
hold on. How's it? Is that better?
Yeah, that's better.
All right. Sometimes my headphones be crazy, but what's crazy is back in 2011, you spoke with Forbes about that very thing, about like artists not, overspending or they should be better money and stuff like that. One, do you still feel that? And two, do you feel like this is a wake up call for a lot of artists to save their money better and manage their funds correctly?
You were breaking up a little bit, but yes, I do feel like this is an opportunity for artists to really be in a position to know, like, all right, you know, what you do have saved is important to save, like, during this time, or just important to save during, like, rainy days. So even speaking for myself in particular, like, for sure, most of my, you know, earnings, you know, happen with me traveling and going out in the world and performing. But it's
Right.
not all. I mean, there's other, like, systems that I set up, you know, just outside of just music that I set up, you know, other things that I'm working on that just help me stay afloat and keep energy and keep things flowing, you know. So, and, you know, I think there's also more than just financial currency too, you know, in a sense, you know, that's more than just, that's another sense of currency, I think. You know, I think financial currency is one thing, but I think, like, being in this space to be able to figure out what do you want to do and what do you want to create and how you want to make an effect and move forward is like another thing too, you know. So you know, I think in some way we've all been affected, but just kind of moving through, I say that to say just moving through with a certain mindset kind of helps you to, like, not be able to stress about it, but
Yeah.
you know, focus your attention on just, like, solutions and what systems can we build and what can we do now and how can we be creative and, you know, do things, like, you know, just in this time. So
That's real, man. That's real. So this being your fifth project, your fourth independent,
yeah.
what's next for you, man? Because a lot of people don't even make it to the project.
Yeah, I mean, what's next is just we keep building. You know, Hood Nation is my brand, and eventually we want to take, you know, I want to take every, you know, what I have in my musical career to, you know, to the highest level I can possibly take it. Is my goal is to fulfill that, obviously, but to also curate my Hood Nation as being a label and helping others and doing that and just, you know, continue the service, man. I want to, you know, put more work into my community, put more work around the world. I think, you know, I'm gonna just writing a book, you know what I mean? I also want to, I'm in the works of doing that as well. I want to be acting, you know what I'm saying? I want to, you know, it's just so many things I'm working on, man. It's just merchandise. There's just, you know, there's just a large brand that, for me, and it's just, these are just the building blocks, you know, whether it's this, whether it's my fitness brand, my acting career, anything else that I choose to do. I just want to continue to build the brand and the likeness of myself and, you know, and the people around me, you know, and just spread that outreach. So
That's dope, bro.
really, man, really.
Over 10 years, still going strong. What are some of the most important lessons that you learned?
Stay true to yourself. Always, number one. Believe in yourself for sure. I've learned that, you know, I think your voice is the most valuable voice you need to hear. I think if I can tell myself anything, bro, and just remind myself is that your voice is the most valuable voice, because I think being in the industry where it's so saturated and everybody's an artist, everybody, you know, want to come in writing songs, everybody's this, everybody's an executive, everybody's an A&R. So it's so many opinions, you know what I'm saying? And I think that can be overwhelming for new artists and new people who tend to want to come into the game. And you get, you know, you get influenced by people, you know, and I think that coming in, I got influenced when I was young, you know, and I didn't really take hold of my power as I should have. So I just think that really taking truth, you know, that power in you, and you know what I mean, and just whatever your intention is behind your music, I say push that forward and let that be the agenda from a true place, as opposed to bringing all these other people in and so many opinions. It's like, just keep that, because I think that root is it's gonna lead you to greatness, is what I feel. So
Man, that's some good lessons right there, bro, for real. Well,
deep. All right, bro. And everything, like, you know.
yeah, man, nah, no doubt. Drop some gems right there. I'm gonna wrap it up with 14 questions. What's the best thing you watched during this time?
The best thing I've watched.
Yeah, like whether it's on TV, stream.
What's my show? What's my show? I can't believe it. What's my show, man? What's my show? It is on Netflix. I keep not. It's not Narcos.
Which one? Ozark?
Ozark. Ozark. I keep getting it. Yeah, Ozark. I think Ozark was one of the best shows that I've watched during, like, quarantine. Like, and oh, you know what? That Right, my wife, right? The Patriot Act. The Patriot Act, dog, is fire, bro. I just got put on to that show.
Oh, I ain't. Yeah.
Bro, check out the Patriot Act. Like it's like it's funny. It's pretty good. It's telling you like issues in the world and things that's happening, but it's being explained in a very informative way, in a way in which we all could understand it. So it's like I love that. I think I just want to say that, man. Like nowadays, I feel like we're getting more representations from people that actually can like I don't know, like talk about things in a way in which we understand it. You know what I mean? In our language, in our way. Well,
Yeah.
Ozark was fire, you know, but for sure, Patriot Act was a movie, dog. That's lovely.
Yeah. So I know your healthy tip. Have you tried cooking new food since everybody's like a quarantine chef now?
Say it again.
I said, I know you're on your healthy tip. Have you tried cooking any new foods?
Have I tried cooking any new foods?
Yes.
Uh, Man, you know what? Honestly, I feel like my like meal preparation is pretty basic. If it ain't chicken, if it ain't some rice here, if it ain't some quinoa, if it ain't some broccoli, we've been eating a lot of asparagus a lot. I made some salmon the other night.
Okay. Okay.
Asian infusion, Thai style salmon. It was fire. Um, but really, I think I'm getting creative with the juices, and I feel like in the fruits and stuff like that. So the dragon fruits, the pineapples, just colorful color. Like I'm putting more, a lot more color in the diet because that's what the world is. So like them hot colors, whether the green, you getting that, you getting that them carrots in your body. You know what I'm saying? Kale in your body. You getting the dragon fruit in your body. You know what I'm saying? Kiwi in your body. Just all them bright colors, man. Because that's what's gonna give you that energy for real.
Especially now. This is what we needed now. My last question, man. What's the first thing you do once it's safe to move around?
Ooh, content. I'm content. I want to connect with people. I got some cool ideas. I do want to get back to working. I want to connect with people on some musical stuff, things that I want to try. So I'm looking to really just to connect, man. Travel all over, spend some time, maybe in Atlanta, spend some time in LA. Just spend some time around, man. Shooting content, promoting the Mr. Hood project, moving that forward. And I got so much happening after that. I got so much cool content coming with the fitness brand. There's a lot of moving pieces, man, and there's some cool things that I'm also working on musically, hoping I want to tour after this. I want to set up intimate sessions for me and my fans so we can kick it and create dialogue, and also do a concert in selective cities. So I want to touch the people, bro. I want to hear the energy. I want to feel the people. You feel me? Like that's what I want above all. Like I got to see people and just give love, dog.
Nah, no doubt, bro. Well, once things open up for real, come through to Atlanta. I'm in Atlanta. Come to the Pandora office so we can chop it up in person, man. I can show you all your stats and go artist tools with you and all that stuff.
Yes, sir, bro. Yes,
Nah,
sir.
appreciate you once again, man. Every time
Man, like I just want
huh?
to, just kind of speak on, just send love to everybody out there, man. I just felt the need to say this. I want to send people love because I know it's a lot happening with the race stuff, man, and stuff with George Floyd. So I want people encouraged during this time, dog. I know we all are, people are frustrated. People feel the need to want to react, and people feel the need to want to just tear things up, man, and be angry. And I think that, me and my wife was talking about this, and she made a statement of saying, like, the master tools will never dismantle the master's house, which means that this is all, like, it's an illusion to a certain point. They want us to do this. They want us to tear up the streets as black people. They want us to look, they want us to be seen as criminals and seen so they have reasoning behind why they do what they do. And I just think that isn't the way. But I understand what people feeling because I feel that because I'm a black man. You did?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah, that's it, bro.
Nah, I appreciate that, man. That's wise words to live by, man. Because a lot of people, it's heavily in my mind too, my heart. It's just like, what do we do? I mean, so I appreciate you saying that. Next time you're at ATL, please come through to the office.
Yes, sir, my brother. I will do.
All right, man. Y'all stream that Mr. Hood right now and listen to Ace Hood Radio on Pandora.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Bro.